a great victory for Colorado. Late kickoff, late night victory. Travis Hunter obviously bought out. Colorado is now bowl eligible after the win against Cincinnati. Which is this is just the start, though. Obviously, Shedeur and Travis balled out. But Big Matt, I want to get your biggest takeaways from this game. Go ahead.
The biggest takeaway, number one, I got two of them. Number one, I would say we've waited for CU to show up at a night game ready to go.
Yeah,
and they did. They came out of the gates fast. I think practicing fucking Stanley. 0 to 60 brought to you by fucking Stanley Harris. Stanley, we love you, dog. You're a fucking man.
Stanley Harris in the house. We appreciate you, Stanley.
And look, Super Chats and subs are open. Become a member of the Dungeon family. We have a bunch of film reviews up this week.
Yep.
I got to find the all-22 for CU so I can start doing film breakdowns on the Buffs and not just on 6-0. Anybody that knows where I can get all 22 for CU, I'll let your boy. But, okay, first takeaway. Before Stanley threw money at me like I'm a stripper with big titties and an ass that tastes like vanilla ice cream. Fuck, Stanley. That's not what I look like, but you make me feel sexy. I'm not going to lie. So first takeaway, number one, the ability to show up ready. I think practicing at night in Folsom the other day, the way you saw them doing was super smart. Yeah. You know, that's, again, Coach Prime's smart son of a bitch, bro. He's got them rolling. I think that was awesome. It worked. That's number one. And that's a little one, but it's also a big one, right? Number two, I don't know how long I've been saying this, but it's a long time. Before the season started, like a month before the season started, I told everyone that at some point Shedeur and Travis would be competing for the Big 12 title while they're competing for the Heisman against each other.
Yes.
While Shedeur is roping the ball to Travis for 9 for 153 and 2 tutties, and he had 4 pass deflections and 3 tackles, and he should have had a pick.
Yeah.
Leading the Big 12 in catches, touchdowns, and pass deflections. Yeah, fucking badass. Heisman trophy. You don't think he's the front runner for the Heisman, you're blind, because this man is, and he will win the Heisman 4 weeks from now because he's about to have 4 huge games. And then the Big 12 title game, hopefully they put him on that pedestal, because I'm telling you, this team plays up. And then Shedeur goes 25 for 29, 323, and 2 tutties and runs in another one. And he was flawless. Other than the sack he took, he was absolutely flawless.
Mm-hmm.
So those two being in Heisman contention right now, again, I think my 5 guys going to the Heisman are Gabriel, Bryson DeLay, Gentry, obviously. Hey, that's my video.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Hunter and Shedeur. I think those are the 5 in the Heisman ceremony. So it's amazing to me that after a 1-11 season 2 years ago, 4-8 last year, losing 6 games by 1 score, I mean, I knew this was going to happen, but I'm still amazed. You know, like even the woman you love, you've been with her forever, but she still amazes you on the daily if she's a bad bitch, right? So, you know, that's the same thing here, bro. I am so goddamn pumped up about this football team. And look, there's a lot of holes, and there's a lot of shit we can talk about that didn't work, okay? Yeah. But I'm going to be real careful about stepping on success right now, even if there are problems.
Yeah.
Do I think Shiloh could play better? Yeah. Do I think the defense is probably better when Stoudemire's on the field? It looked like they were, but they also gave up points when Stoudemire was on the field. So I think Shiloh's got a little bit of the yips, but I also think that everybody's just maximizing the missed tackles. No one's talking about the actual tackles. So look, I think they could have rushed the passer better. And I know they could have, because Coach Sapp and Coach Lewis were literally yelling at them on the field, rush the goddamn passer. They went from 7 sacks to 1 sack. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati's O-line was pretty good. They played well against the pass.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying they did it perfectly by any means. They didn't. But it's the effort, it's the intensity, it's the attention to detail that I don't know what they call the tackle pull when look at throw up the watch, bitch. Sucker, motherfucker. That's right, bitch. It's the best quarterback in the country right there. I've been saying it. But I love the tackle pull play where they crush down the front side and pull Jordan Seaton. Yeah. And he gets to murk some defensive end or linebacker. And every time they run the play, they get 12 fucking yards.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm super impressed by the coaching, the playing, the attention to detail, the ability to absorb the atmosphere and how crazy it was and get better as the game goes on, the ability to take like a bad play or a drive where Cincinnati goes down and scores, it's 7-7, and then all of a sudden CU's like, fuck that, we're good, let's go. And they just go score again. So I know we've got a lot of, I'll answer any questions you got today, but it's each week they show me something new. Mm-hmm. Each week they show me a different like gear that this team has. 34 points back-to-back weeks. You know, this bye week is needed and it's earned. Like the last bye week was like, man, how do we get healthy? This bye week is like earned, bro. And I don't know who slots the bye weeks, but I'm glad they did it now because this run into November, I remember back in the day, Coach Barnett used to circle all the games in November with a big red line and say, we win these 4 and you play for the title. And CU, I'm telling you, I believe this heart of hearts. I don't think that I almost said Nebraska. That's where my head's at. I don't think BYU and Iowa State get out of this unscathed. Mm-hmm. Okay, people are playing them hard as fuck. I know BYU hammered UCF, and then they fired their defensive coordinator. Iowa State had the week off. They have 5 more games left. I don't think they got out of it unscathed. So I'm praying that there's a way CU can win out and still get in the Big 12 title because right now we're in the 4 seed in the Big 12. But I'll tell you, man, from the recruits that were there, the atmosphere, the coaching, the community and culture, and I want to reiterate that. The community and culture that Coach Prime has built in Boulder, Colorado is unlike anything I've ever seen. I'm impressed. I don't know if I could be more impressed. And all you fucking old whites out there and all you saltine motherfuckers and all you oysters that have a problem with rap music and shiny jewelry and something that doesn't look like, you know, a country concert, you just got to shut your fucking mouth. Yeah. You can't wear the jersey. You can't wear Shedeur and Travis's jersey and then hate on them if they don't do well because that never happens. So I've gotten to the point now where anybody who doesn't like it, like you got an agenda, period. How can you not like this? This is what America's all about, not just football. Fuck. Yeah. 1-11, you go out and give an opportunity to a guy that no one else would give an opportunity. Anybody could have hired Prime. Auburn could have hired Prime. Remember what Auburn said? We don't want you to do social media. Yeah, I'm out. Stupid motherfuckers went and hired Hugh Freeze. Hugh Freeze has spent more money on hookers than Deion Sanders has ever spent in his life on anything. Mm-hmm. But Hugh Freeze is a better hire than Coach Prime? Idiots. Anybody could have had Coach. See, FSU could have had Coach Prime. Thank you, Tony. You're the fucking man. And we're going to talk about the SCO thing, too, because I don't know where it came from, and I don't like it. It's SCO bust. We're not from fucking Minnesota. I don't know what SCO means. We'll talk about that in a minute. I talked to 10 different people at the stadium, and I was like, why the fuck do we say SCO? And I don't care if you don't like it. I'm old school. Anybody could have hired Coach Prime, and they didn't. Again, I'll reiterate. When I was on the phone with Klatt and Bloom and Dre and Rick George and we're all the boosters and we're on this conference call and people are like, yeah, I think we're going to go after Bronco Mendenhall. And I was like, please, God, go for greatness and not comfort. Go hire Dion. Go hire greatness. And then it happened. We gave that man an opportunity and he has taken us to the fucking stratosphere. Here, this is what you do now, Rick George. Open up the checkbook. Give Dion a crazy fucking extension, as much money as you can throw at him. Give Livingston an extension. Give fucking Patty Boy an extension. Lode Holt needs an extension. Coach Lewis and Coach Sapp needs extension. Everyone gets broke off. Coach Flea, everyone. Mm-hmm. Deion Sanders Jr., Bucky gets an extension. Everybody's getting fucking paid. Yeah. Okay, because they are bringing in more money for that university than has ever happened before. The coolness factor of CU is through the roof. When I was a kid and I'd be watching hip-hop videos on MTV, that's how old I am, and motherfuckers got Coy Detmer jerseys on and, like, fucking Ice Cube's rolling around with a CU hat on and this 9.6 Impala and shit. Like, that's like, we've taken it from there to the stratosphere, dog. So I'm impressed. I'm excited. I can't wait for fucking Texas Tech. Lubbock, what can I say about Lubbock, Texas that I haven't said about Afghanistan? It's bombed out and depleted. We need to go down there and beat the absolute dog shit out of these people. And I think that if we can figure out, how to play defense against that complex scheme that they have, which we will, especially with a bye week in Livingston. I imagine our defense will play their balls off on the road because they're always up for that. I think that we could score 50 points on them like this. I mean, Cincinnati put 41 on them, and fucking Baylor put like 60 on them. Mm-hmm. So the blood is in the water, and they only have like 7 combined sacks, and our offensive line is balling the fuck out. I mean, I'm telling you, I tried to tell everybody that they were going to be way fucking better. They were going to commit to running the football, and they were going to pass block their dicks off.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, if that was a thing, we'd have a bunch of fucking Lego characters here, just no cops, because they've been blocking their asses off, dog. I mean, Jordan Seaton is fucking killing people. He's a freshman.
Yeah, look at it. And then
I got to tip my cap to Zelinkas, too. He struggled last week, and he came back with a fucking fury of 1,000 suns in this game. And he played against the guy who's probably first-team All-American in The Godfather, Dante Corleone. How many times did you hear Corleone's name? Watch this.
Watch this. Beautiful. Shot Khalil Benton.
Fucking kick someone's ass right.
Fucking rib shot.
Awesome. Clean that motherfucker. Do it. Just keep playing it. Wow. Do it again. Get up, bitch.
Just go
now, one more time. And Swiffer. Fuck yeah.
Let's fucking go.
That's how you set the tone on a great player.
Yeah.
And I know that's Benson and Zelinkas, but still same thing. No matter.
Yeah.
Like Zelinkas balled, the O-line balled, whoever was in it, that guard got in and played well. They rotated some guys in and everybody stood out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, when Shedeur doesn't have to do everything, Shedeur can do
anything.
And now we're seeing it. And the maturation process of all of this is coming together at the right time.
Run
and it's fucking awesome, dog. And by the way, I know we got Q&A coming up, right?
We got a lot coming up, yeah.
Bro, I must have taken 150 pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All the people in the chat that were there, man, you guys are the reason we do this shit. I tip my cap to y'all. And we try and be real as fuck on this show, and we appreciate the realness of our audience. And we're not going to change. We're going to double down. We're going to keep cursing. We're going to keep talking like the locker room. We're going to keep fucking, rolling out great fucking shows and talking our truth because it's real. Yeah. There's no narratives or agendas here. It's just love. It's just bleeding black and gold.
Yep.
And we just happened to fucking hire Coach Prime and the community and culture that came with him, bro. I fucking love it so much. It makes me so goddamn happy. I don't know what to do with myself.
Mm-hmm.
From going, like, I know we've hired other black guys in the past with Embry and then Mel Tucker and Carl Durrell, but I'm telling you, forever, Colorado was viewed as like this tight-ass white school in the middle of Colorado where it was racist and all this other bullshit back then. And I'm not saying it wasn't. I don't know. Like, I'm a white guy. But I will say this. Boulder, Colorado has become the mecca for black culture and college football and the mix of all of it and hip hop and fucking athletes and everything that I fucking love is right downtown Boulder, baby. And I'm so fucking pumped up about it. I don't know what to fucking do with myself. It makes so many goddamn saltines fucking goddamn nervous. And that also makes me super fucking excited. I love it. So I'm telling you, we should just double down on this motherfucker and keep this party rolling because I'm telling you, there were so many top-notch recruits the other night, and these kids were like wide-eyed, like blown away, like, God damn, this place is dope. It is fucking dope. The fucking blackout was awesome. There were dudes everywhere. Fucking bro, I'm like kind of starstruck and taken back here a little bit.
No,
and that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm just fuck, man. I'm so goddamn pumped up. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm so fucking proud of the goddamn Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime. Coach, here's your flowers, dog. Now, feel good about this for about 24 hours, and then let's get ready for Texas Tech and go whoop that motherfucking ass in Lubbock.
Amen. But before we move on, let's continue getting some of your takeaways. Let's talk about the run game. So Isaiah Gustav, 22 carries, 91 yards, 4.1 yards a carry from the sophomore. Great performance from Augusta. Colorado overall ran, again, over 100 yards, 128 yards, 3.5 yards a carry. We'll take it.
And how many carries total?
A total carry is 37.
37 rushing attempts from CU?
Yeah.
Yeah, motherfucker. That's right.
Colorado won time of possession.
Right? Bro, they started the game with like 5 straight runs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I'm sitting there with Nick and I'm like, run. Okay, they'll play action this. Run. Okay, that first down. They'll play action this. Run. First down. They'll play action this. Run. And I'm just, Nick's like, this is fucking awesome. And I'm like, yeah, dog. This is kicking ass.
Yeah.
So it was, bro, I'm telling you, see how, look, this is what happens when they only pass the ball, 29 times? Yeah, so we had 8 more rushing attempts than passing attempts.
Yeah, 7 more rushing attempts than passing attempts.
7, excuse me. I'm no math major. But I will say this. Shador went 25 for 29.
Yeah.
When we run the ball 37 times.
Let's think about that.
That's one-on-ones. And, think about, if Jimmy Horn doesn't throw up the peace sign. And I got a great video of that I posted. I didn't even know they were bringing it back. But, if he doesn't throw up the peace sign, he's got 3 tutties and almost 400 yards passing.
Real quick, your thoughts on that being called?
I think the ref that's called that penalty should fucking go jump off a bridge. That's what I fucking think. Fun having ass fucking tight
unbelievable. The
TCU kid can do it. These guys, dog. I understand that fucking if you point a hypothetical gun, they're gonna call that. But a peace sign when he's running by someone, sportsman bro, fuck you. I'm telling you, dog. I hope we can catch these refs in the street. Honestly, fuck these guys, dog. They are fucking bitches.
Well, I mean that Jimmy Horn shit. First off, I haven't seen anything called back like that in college football.
Never. Just if anything, it should be a 15-yarder on the kickoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Back to the spot of the ball.
That's what I thought it would be. I'm like, what the fuck? They're calling this back?
I'm over these fucking refs, dog. I don't respect it. I'm going to reiterate this, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you're blind, you're deaf, and you want to be a fucking ref, you should move to Russia or go work for the Kremlin or in the gulag there in Russia where there's no rights, or maybe China, communist China would be nice. Or if Pamela wins, maybe you can just hang out here.
Yeah, that's true. You can
all refs vote Democrat. Fucking idiots.
Probably right. One more thing I do.
Someone off in the chat. I'm leaving. Yeah. No, we don't get to talk about it.
It's real. This is real, no matter what you say. One more thing I want to show: LeJohntay Wester, after that game on Saturday against Cincinnati, was awarded number 1. Take a look here.
I got one more that this young man, he has just kept his head down and just earned it. Don't flinch, you don't trip. He just go out there and give 100% in practice as well as the game. So I just felt obligated going into this bye week to bless him.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that means something too.
Pretty cool.
Look, number one in Coach Prime's land means you're a fucking animal. You're the best player on the team, and it's earned. And I love that he did that because, look, has anybody been more consistent? Even Travis.
Yeah.
Has anybody been more consistent on this team other than Wester and Shador, but other than Wester? No.
Yeah, he's very consistent every week.
He's a fucking animal. Right now, if you're saying all Big 12 receivers, Horn and Wester are both first team. Shador's the first team quarterback. Horn and Wester are both first team receivers. And I would bet, I don't know this because there's so many there's probably 3 or 4 good offensive linemen that are older than Seton, but Jordan Seton should be the first team tackle.
Yeah.
Not only what he's doing, but the O-line last year and how bad we were at tackle. Mm-hmm. And look, I'm not talking shit about my boy Tank. He went to Oregon State and is killing it. Mm-hmm. And Gerard's going to be an NFL player, and I love him. But it was just time for a change, and Seton is doing a great job. And you know what? All over the field are just great players. And to see Wester after the game honored like that in front of his team. And we didn't rush, the students didn't rush the field. It was just it was a very pedestrian win, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Where it wasn't like, oh my God, we won. Now the expectation is this is what we do every week. And that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to rush the field when it means something, and it really meant something when they did. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad that they didn't do it in this game. There's no reason to.
Agree.
Like this was supposed to happen, and it did. So for Wester to get number 1, dog, that's big time. And I tip my hat to 10. That's why he wore 10, because he couldn't wear 1, and it motivated his ass. And now he's gonna, bro. You think maybe Wester might go off at Texas Tech wearing number 1? You think maybe he's a little motivated? I think so. So look, dog, I'm just Coach Prime is the ultimate motivator, and I'm going to say this again. I'm going to reiterate this. The special thing about Coach Deion Sanders, Coach Prime.
Oh, Big Matt, we lost you.
Fuck, dude.
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Well,
here, why don't we'll take a commercial, and Matt just
leave. What the fucking fuck?
We'll take a commercial. We'll be right back.
Whether it's offensive linemen as they work combos and double teams and also pass pro and punch, I think the unique physicality of this is outstanding. So much so that you can use it for your shield on punt team or as you rush in the shield. There's so many different ways that we're using it. We get better a little bit every single day, and I just wanted to say thank you because I hadn't ever thought of it.
We got you.
Dude, why the fuck does it keep doing that?
I don't know.
It's driving me fucking crazy. Regardless, Kevin, we appreciate the donation, brother. Thank you. Look, I'll say this: the way that, like, the beauty of Coach Prime, Coach Deion Sanders, and I experienced this on a junior day, right when he got there back in the day, and they invited Nick up, and they invited a bunch of the other Dunch family guys up.
Yep.
And he took the time. Like, we stopped, and I was like, "Coach, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. And he goes, "Oh yeah, this is your son Nicholas." And I was like, "Well, he knows his name." He's like, "Oh, I really like those shoes." Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there watching. He's like, "And what you do down at 6-0, it's huge for the state, yada yada yada." And I'm sitting there like, I'm getting complimented by Deion Sanders right now. What the fuck is going on? Like, in the back of my head, right? And but this is his power. It's the way he makes you feel, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Period. It's the way it makes you feel, his presence and the power that he can give you just by him, like, opening up a little bit. It is fucking special. And he did it with Wester. And look, this right here, numbers doesn't matter. Wester won't be there a year from now anyway. Like, are you just the ultimate hater? And first of all, numbers matter more than maybe anything. The reason this show is called 0 to 60 Demi is because I've worn 60 my whole fucking life. My son wears it. There's tons of guys in college football that wear it, including Trey Zune, who balled the fuck out on Saturday in Texas A&M, whipped that ass.
We'll talk about that too.
Numbers don't matter. Go tell Coach Prime numbers don't matter. Because he wore that 2-1 his whole life for a reason until he got to Baltimore and wore the 3-7. He wore 2 in college. Numbers mean something, dog. I'm sorry that you've never been good enough to have your number mean shit. But Wester, that means something to him. You saw the exuberation on that kid's face. Mm-hmm. And I'm tired with all the like, oh, they're not going to be there next year anyway. It's college football, everyone. There's severe turnover. You're right. He's probably going to go to the NFL, as he should, when they go 10-2 and he's first team all Big 12. What the fuck? I would tell him to go to fucking college or go to the NFL. What are we talking about? So, look, that's ridiculous. And then the other one about the refs don't make the rules. You're right, they don't, but they enforce them.
Yep.
Cops don't make the rules either, but if you're a prick, you can fucking fuck with people all day.
All day long.
Okay, you can just walk around fucking with people on laws. But if you're a good person that just happens to be a police officer, you better have fucking some leniency in your body where you just let people live. They make a mistake, warn them, and move on. Unless it's an egregious penalty or an egregious crime, we probably shouldn't be fucking, arresting people and fucking with people for no reason. So again, that's just my opinion on the matter. But still, look, it's just Coach Prime did it with Wester. He does it with guys all the time. The kid that got diagnosed with lymphoma, holy shit, dude! Like, no one knew that, obviously, but to put like the care in Boulder is through the roof. They give a shit. It's not just like, I used to think family and football had no place. And he's changing my mind on this shit. Like, Coach Prime is changing my mind to the point where when I curse, I'm like, Coach wouldn't like that. Fuck. Ah, shit.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Like, I'm trying. shit, man, seems to be working for him. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. I'm not stupid. So I'm amazed by all of this, dog, and just the ability for Coach Prime and the community and the culture he's built up there. It's influencing more than just football. It's influencing more than just the 60 minutes on Saturday. It's so good for the state. It's good for high school football. It's good for high school coaches. It's good for the entire state of Colorado. CSU's 5-3 now, got a huge win. They're going to make a bowl game. Good for you, you sheep fucking agriculture major farmers. Good job for you. Bowl games on deck. So I just think it's good for everyone. And, you know, it's Colorado being as relevant as they are now, dog. I can only imagine where they're going to go with the foundation they built for themselves. And I'll agree with this, dog. Yo. Yep. That's the player right there. And we got nothing but love for him. And everybody should, if there's a GoFundMe page or whatever there is to support that young man, make sure that Buffalo Country gets out there and does it. So, yeah, just make sure that that's done. So Webb Walker, make sure that you go help him out.
Yep, no doubt. But yeah, Big Matt, we got your biggest takeaway from this huge win against Cincinnati as Colorado heads in the bye week and then takes a look forward to Texas Tech.